one thing I really wanted was my house to be user-friendly. And then I wanted to have really good design. And I wanted to use really simple materials that could be found, in your local stores, anything that you had to order or have custom made, that sort of thing. And I wanted my house to have a distinct identity in the sense that when you came to my house, it was not like anyone else's house, but you could identify with me and who I am and kind of where I stand for and how I live my life. The design of the house is, I kind of played off of a southern dog trot house where it's 2 rooms and you have a living on one room and cooking and sleeping on the other room. So living and then sleeping. And then there's a big hall in the middle. So my entry hall is like the dog trot. And in my house, we have sleeping on one side of that hall and we have living on the other side of that hall, upstairs and downstairs. The other thing about the house is I wanted to look like a farmhouse in the sense we brought outside buildings inside. Like my pantry kind of represents a smokehouse that you would have on a farm. I have old barn wood, and we kind of made that feel like a smokehouse that we brought inside the house, and that's in my pantry. And then the room at the end of the house is like another building you would bring in, but treated differently. We have drywall on it and it's painted, and that's our nap tower. But it would be like a building you would have outside on the property somewhere, like a storage building. I worked with an architect named Tracy Stearns in Kansas City. We didn't use many doors in the house, and that was part of Tracy's design mind. He has a great mind for that sort of thing. But we set the wall so that when you stand in a space, any space you stand in, if you are looking, you're drawn into another space by either a wall coming out or another wall being another color. So the walls don't lay one behind the other, but they're laid in front of each other and step back so that the wall, every place you look, there's an interesting view.
Exactly.
You don't just have to be looking outside to have an interesting view. The view is inside as well as outside. Well, the landscaping is not like most landscaping. I don't have foundation plans because I wanted my house to be kind of like a country house that you would see out in the South. It's kind of more open with natural grasses and natural plants kind of growing kind of, not in a formal kind of way, but in kind of a natural way. And so that's one of the things that I really strive for when I design the house, and to think about the outside space as being part of my inside space also. It's just so that it all kind of works together. My house is very casual and natural. The materials are very natural. I want the plants to be as natural as the house, not real formal feeling.